Hi, my name is Donna. I work with Keep Blackstone Valley Beautiful. A big celebration is coming up next week for Earth Day. It's 50 years we're celebrating, so I thought I would share a story about this day by Linda Lowery. We'll show you the pictures as we go along. In this huge universe, there is one place we can all call home. It is planet Earth. The lands are green and lively. Its air is filled with oxygen for us to breathe. Everything we have comes from Earth. Our food, our clothes, and our homes we live in come from Earth. The medicines that make us well do too. Why not have a day to celebrate our home, the planet Earth? Not long ago, a senator from the state of Wisconsin had that very idea. His name was Gaylord Nelson. During the 1960s, Senator Nelson took many trips across the country. He saw Americans doing a lot of things that harm the planet. Let me get back in the picture here. They tossed litter on the sidewalks and in the fields. They drove their cars as often as they could, and their cars sent poison gases in the air. Farmers used chemicals on their crops to make them grow. I'll show you some pictures too. The chemicals killed weeds and bugs. The chemicals also killed animals, fish, and birds. Even bald eagles died. Factories poured smoke into the skies, turning them black. Businesses and cities dumped trash into lakes, rivers, and oceans. All the spoiling of the land, air, and water is called pollution. Senator Nelson felt this damage to our planet was wrong. He wanted the United States to make stronger laws to stop pollution. Then, in 1969, something big and awful happened. An oil well sprang a leak near Santa Barbara, California. Millions of tons of oil spilled into the Pacific Ocean. The water turned dirty and smelly. Pelicans, egrets, sea lions, ducks, and other animals became coated with the thick black oil. Most of them died. Senator Nelson was angry. Something must be done to stop this. He told the students in California, "We are destroying the very place we live in and love. What can we do to wake people up?" Senator Nelson wondered. On the plane back to Washington, D.C., the senator had an idea. What if Americans set aside one day to learn how to care for our troubled planet? Maybe that day could be called Earth Day. In the next days and weeks, Senator Nelson called everyone he knew. He told them about his idea. Other Americans were angry about pollution too. They wanted to help. One of these people was a law student named Dennis Hayes. Mr. Hayes said he would spend the year helping the nation get ready for Earth Day. Other people offered to plan classes and speeches in the places they live. Some wrote letters about pollution to newspapers and magazines. The word spread quickly. On April 22nd, 1970, the United States celebrated the first Earth Day. It was not a national holiday, but it was the largest celebration in Earth's history. More than 20 million Americans took part. On that day, the United States Congress did not meet. Instead, the lawmakers went to classes where they learned ways to care for our planet. Nearly every town and school in the nation had special activities. Scientists, doctors, store clerks, police officers, factory workers, teachers, students, and others took time off to show their concern for planet Earth. They marched, they went to concerts, they took nature walks, they studied about pollution. Some people went to companies that were polluting and asked them to stop. In New York City, the mayor stopped people from driving cars on Fifth Avenue. He wanted to show everyone how quiet and clean the city could be. The first Earth Day was a great success. People in the United States began to litter less. When they went to work, they traveled together in cars and buses. Congress made stronger laws to set up a new part of the government. The new department was called the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. Environment means the natural mix of soil, water, air, climate, plants, and animals in a certain place. The EPA's job was to keep businesses, cities, and states from polluting our country's environment. Soon the skies, the water, and the land started to look cleaner. More bald eagles were seen. 10 years passed. The Americans started to forget the lessons of Earth Day. They grew careless. They began to waste water, fuel, soil, and trees. They acted as if these treasures would never run out. The United States government was not keeping a careful watch on pollution. But now pollution was harming more than just the United States. All over the planet, poisons were quietly filling the air, water, and land. Businesses and governments weren't getting rid of waste safely. They thought it took too much time and too much money. They dumped more than ever. They filled the air with smog and the water with poisons. Store owners changed swamps and prairies into shopping malls. Trees were burned to make farms. Oil spills kept happening. Rainforests, ice fields, deserts, swamps, forests, and prairies were being spoiled or destroyed. Garbage was piling up all around. People bought things and used them just once. Then they threw them away. Diapers, soda cans, plastic toys, and fast food packages. Trucks carried the garbage to enormous holes in the ground. There the trash sat. Some of it will be there forever. Millions of acres of land were being filled to the brim with garbage, and in the world's oceans, thousands of tons of trash were floating or had sunk to the bottom. Creatures in every country were dying because there was no place to live. People were getting sick from the poisons in the air and water. Pollution was killing the planet, and people were scared. Something had to be done. It was time for a World Earth Day. Governments, businesses, and citizens had to change how they were acting. People from every nation needed to be taught answers for environmental problems. For example, most garbage can be made into new things. This is called recycling. People don't need to use chemicals on their crops and lawns. There are safer, more natural ways to protect plants and help them grow. Ladybugs eat many insects that eat plants. So do birds. And plants grow strong and healthy in dirt made from dead plants and food scraps. Rainforests don't need to be burned or cut down to be useful. They give us rubber, fruit, nuts, medicine, and oxygen to breathe. Since Earth Day in 1970, Dennis Hayes has been teaching people about things such as recycling and farming without chemicals. He had worked to make tougher laws to protect the water, air, soil, and animals. Now he decided to work on Earth Day 1990. He called up many people who had worked on the first Earth Day. They all got busy again. This time their plans reached far beyond the United States. On April 22nd, 1990, 200 million people in more than 140 countries celebrated the second Earth Day. Children around the world formed cleanup teams. They picked up litter in their country and the cities. In the United States, TV programs showed what each person could do to save our planet. Americans marched, sang, and spoke for the environment. In Nicaragua, young people planted 10,000 fruit trees. School children in Sweden visited farms that they do not use chemicals on their crops. Japan held a garbage festival. People watched while garbage was recycled into everything from postcards to soap. Thousands of people joined a litter walk in New Brunswick, Canada. In Jordan, the government decided to plant a tree for every new baby born in the country. A team of mountain climbers from the United States, the Soviet Union, and China met at Mount Everest. As they climbed the mountain, they picked up trash others had left behind. Since 1990, more and more countries have begun to take part in Earth Day. From Kenya to Thailand, people have found new ways to celebrate. Some cities have a day of peace with song, prayers, and tree planting. Other cities have a car-free day. People walk, bike, and ride buses or trains to get places. People who live near the ocean clean up beaches and learn to care for the sea. Each year on Earth Day, hundreds of millions of people work to repair the damage to Earth. But one day is not enough to fix many years of harm. People around the world will have to change their habits for good. If they don't, by the time you are grown up, a lot of animals and plants, clean air, and fresh water may be gone from Earth forever. No one wants this to happen. So world groups such as the United Nations are keeping up the work of Earth Day. Even countries that have disagreed in the past are working together. Scientists and government leaders are sharing ideas. Countries can do many things to help the environment. They can cut down on garbage and plant more trees. They can clean up the water and the air and farm with few chemicals. They can protect forests and animals and use land more wisely. People are working to make worldwide laws to save our planet, but world groups cannot do the job alone. Everyone must be part of the answer. Every action we take can help save Earth, or it can harm our planet some more. So the next time you have a can of soda, will you throw the can away, or will you recycle it? Each April 22nd, we got to get the date right, April 22nd, people celebrate Earth Day in their towns, schools, and homes. But why celebrate only once a year? We can do better than that. We can make every day an Earth Day. If we do our share each day, we will save the planet. After all, Earth is the only home we have. I can't wait. Can we? And we really want you all to help celebrate Earth Day. I'll put this on my website, and I hope that you'll celebrate and share with me at keep@tourblackstone.com what you're doing to celebrate Earth Day. Let's really take care of our planet Earth. Thank you.